What's up, guys? Joe here, back, having possibly made one of the dumbest mistakes of my life financially, which is that. Whew. I finally bought the Avengers Tower from 2023, the 5,201 pieces Avengers Tower. Yeah, everyone in my family thought I was nuts, and who's to say they're wrong? So let's jump right into this. If the front there, the door is actually, I think, hidden by a couple of figures there. Let's see if I can do it over top. There it is. Double doors in the front. You have a trash can back here with a gum wrapper in it. A couple of benches, barricades for the traffic. That is supposed to be a street. Going on over, you have a lamp right there, right beside one of the Iron Mans. And I'm going to pull this out because Rhodey is hiding it. There, hopefully you can see the whole thing. It says, crap. There, might be more of a close-up for you. It's the Battle of New York Memorial, although none of the characters listed died. Even though a memorial is usually to remember the dead. But it shows Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, Thor Odinson. Surprised they used his full name there.
Speech on. Viewfinder. Focus on log.
Bruce Banner, Natasha Romanoff, and Clint Barton.
2 minutes. Stop recording video. Copy. Speech on.
Yes, I still do remember their names. You have Hulk in there. There's a couple of windows, or one window that he's actually hiding that is busted out. I think it's actually right above his hand. The previous build had 2 of the windows like hanging off the side, but it was an extremely flimsy piece. I think I've broken it 5 times since last night, which is when we got it completely built. And I just decided to take it off and try to repair it. But I'm not going to rip the whole thing apart just to get both windows in there, so one window is missing. Coming up, you got the 2 Chitauri chariots there. One of them has Loki's chariot attached. Back there. So we got, coming way up, you got the Avengers A. And now I'm going to need to spin this. But let me figure out what I broke first. Oh, I knocked the top one off, of course. Here we go. Now I gotta turn the building. Here we go. There's the front of it. You can see Wasp there. And then if you come up here, you have Tony falling out of the tower where Loki throws him, and the Mark 7 flying after him to catch him. Up here, there's a little deck. You might be able to see the Quinjet parked back there. I don't know. Back here, there's a sticker there for the pager for Captain Marvel. I almost threw her on the building somewhere, but I had nowhere to put her. There's a box and a dumpster, which inside you have a container of pin particles and a stick. Under that container, which actually right there, you might be able to see it. I'm not gonna move the vial because I don't wanna get it out, is a tile with a sticker showing that somebody has dumped a bag of French fries in the dumpster. What kind of Neanderthal are you? Up here you have the portal that Wong is coming through, justifying his inclusion in the set somehow, I guess, but I don't like it. If you had to include a magic character, it should have been Strange. He was actually an Avenger. You have another A way up here, right there, and then back there, that's the back. The only thing back there is the A, that's why I'm not spinning it around. Also, for some reason, there's a little bird perched next to the A. Don't know why, but I kind of like it. Okay. Now, you take the front off. The front, I'll try to show you. Normally you would do this with two hands, but you just grab it, hook your fingers in there, and it just pulls straight off. Let me set that to the side, and then I will show you the interiors. Yeah, that's not gonna last. Let's hope that doesn't fall, because if it does, you might hear me say something. Being at the ground level, just kind of a lobby level, the Tesseract is sitting there in the floor, referencing when Tony gets hit by the Hulk coming through the elevator and drops the briefcase with the Tesseract in it. I turn the camera, Tony has a shield agent standing there by the door. The elevator you can't really see, and I'm not going to try to take it out because it's completely built into where you can't get it out. This is a vending machine. As you can tell, there are drinks in there. Kind of would have been cool to get the... It would have been cool to get the working one from Ninjago that came in the Ninjago City. I gotta see if I can find what I just dropped. Well, there's part of the suit. There's Wasp. Where is Tony and the rest of the suit? Sorry, y'all. Should have known that wasn't gonna stay. Okay, well, there's Tony. I'm gonna make the decision to just leave that down there, because if I pick it up, it's just gonna fall again. Sorry about that, guys. Next floor, because there's really not anything on this bottom floor. Kind of a wasted space. Next floor. Obviously, you have the walkway and the 2012 version of Cap laying there, referencing the Cap on Cap fight in Endgame. And then, if I can get, don't really know if you can see it because Cap's kind of in the way. Back there is the bed where they work on Hawkeye in Age of Ultron. The cradle that creates Vision and Ultron. Helen Cho is sitting there as well. You can't really get her back in the little area she's supposed to be in. This computer screen, the keyboard there says, or the screen there shows Mark 7 deployed, which is referencing what you see in the at the outside, where the suit is flying after Tony. Kind of feel like this should be up in the next level, and you'll see why in a minute. As soon as I figure out how to get this computer back. All right, 2012 Cap needs to move. So, it leaves you so little room to work in this area with the catwalk overhead that it is like uncalled for. Get on there. All right, it's not on the right way, but I'm not screwing with it anymore. Okay, next level. Tony's workshop there. There's Dummy holding the fire extinguisher. Yes, I went ahead and did that. I wanted to make that reference. You douse me again and I'm not on fire, I'm donating you to a city college. Let's get Tony out of there. I think I also put Pepper Potts in there. Yes, I did. There's a workbench there with like a tiny Iron Man suit, like he's working on it. There's some stuff in the back. There's a Roxxon oil crate back there. I'm trying to get over Pepper's head. And there's a wrench that's been dropped on the floor. Now let me put Iron Man up there on the stand there. It looks like that stand should spin, but it does not. Okay. This next level I'm not okay with. That right there is Loki's cell from the helicarrier. The Avengers Tower is not the helicarrier. Why is that here? Go ahead and get the camera back there. You can see on the screen is Arnim Zola, the only reference to Winter Soldier we have ever gotten. Newspaper there says who is the Iron Man. And back where you can't see it on the elevator is a sticker with like the elevator out of order sign and a picture of the Hulk, which is crossed out. Hilarious. No kidding, it is actually pretty funny. Pick it up upside down first. I'm putting the front back over, which to get it back in, all you gotta do is kind of line it up, tilt it back a little bit, and slide it in. It's giving me a little trouble. There we go. Might be the only time that thing's giving me issues. What's going on here? Don't really know what's going on there. It's not wanting to settle all the way down. Okay, top level. I'm going to have to move this thing over to my table to show you because My hands don't function that way. Neither does the camera. Son of a gun. Brody, I'm gonna need you to cooperate, broski. The difficult part of this is moving it with everything attached to it. Really nervous about doing this. Well, it's moved. Go back over there to get the phone in a moment. Before I move on, I'm just going to show you this while it's over here because I don't want to take everything over. There is the Leviathan. Give it a 100 or 360 degree spin while the tail almost hits the camera. Pretty cool. I actually do have another one of those, but it's vastly different. Came in a different set, in fact. Okay, the deck area. Get around the figures here. Wanda, please behave. There's where the Quinjet is. This entire piece up here with two characters on it can be lifted out. Falcon in the weirdest pose ever right there. Here's the Quinjet from the top down. I will pull it out and show it to you in better detail. And it's gonna be upside down here because it's the only way I can get it in here. Back there is the party scene from Age of Ultron where they're all trying to lift Thor's hammer. Sorry, Quinjet's being annoying. Yeah, that's real annoying to try to get a camera back in there. I don't know how you YouTubers do it without tearing the set apart. Something I'm never gonna do. Now, before I replace the top, let me fix something. I'm going to pull this out and kind of show you how they did this piece. This is one of the things covering it, covering part of the tower. And as you can see, before I broke it, how they did that are two kind of flexible cords running through the center of it, or through the sides of it. Put that there and show you that interior area. The sticker there where Hulk smashed Loki into the floor, giving us the memed to death puny god moment. And a couple of boxes there, referencing in Homecoming when they are moving out of Avengers Tower. This level up here, I guess, is just kind of like an observation platform. I don't really know. It's kind of like an unused space. Really would have served them better if they would have put that into this bit. Got the thing that flips up there. Sorry, I just hit the camera. And in there you have the scepter examination room with the scepter behind that. A couple of screens up there too. And that's kind of it for the tower. Let me replace the chunks that I've taken out. The curved section and the window roof section with the figures. So again, that keeps breaking. That broke too. Need to pull the Quinjet out to show you too. There's the Quinjet. Got Nick Fury in the cockpit because you build him with the jet. A couple of air intakes back there. The fins. These fold out to make the full wing. You have to fold them up to store it in the garage area. There's that. The jet over to the side. That'll actually give you a good view down here. Right here is where you see Tony walk in with the partially destroyed Mark 6 armor. And that's when the little arms like pull the suit off of him. Here. Now I can show you that scene better. Let me flip the roof up. There's the little party area. Couple of screens back there. One shows it's like a search list. It says Asgard cardio, how to lift safely, how to lift heavy stuff. And then the other one says this just in, Hulk smashes again. Just replacing some of the parts I took off to show you the interior. Folding the wings up on the Quinjet to slide it in. And replacing the skylight piece. Which, yes, all those windows you did see in that little skylight piece with Falcon and Ultron on it are meant to open. This piece is giving me some trouble too. Come on now. Here it went. That ain't right, but that's what we're going with. Just give you, let me set the figures up on the top. Give you one final pan around. Here's the front. The side. There's Wong up there. that side. And there you go. All right, that is it for the tower. Now on to the figures. Starting off with the, for some reason, 2 Captain Americas. Yes, I know they included 2 of them so you could redo the Cap vs. Cap fight in Endgame. Doesn't make sense to me.
0 people. Speech off.
So, there is the 2012 costume for Cap. Let me shift the camera. There you go. Here's the back of him. Now let me show him with his shield. There he is. Then we have the in-game Cap, and I'm going to leave the shield on him because for most of it, they're the same costumes. Except for the fact that this one has hair. Here's the back. Next, the 2 Iron Mans. Iron Man Mark 6 and Mark 7. Here's one. And here's the other. Both of which come with the old way of showing his energy blast, these studs and cylinders. Next up is Thor. There's Thor. New hairpiece for Marvel, at least. Tilting the camera a little bit. Here's the back print. He does have an alternate face without the lightning eyes. Now his hammer got a couple of new accessories to go with it to make it look like that. And I dropped my phone. Sorry. There we go. You have the clear piece to make it look like you're throwing it, the hammer itself, and then the Ninjago style lightning to give it the correct lightning trail. Because typically when he throws it, it has the lightning behind it. Alternatively, you could do this. There we go. Alternatively, you could do that. Have him hold the hammer with the lightning piece inverted to make it look like the hammer is shooting lightning like you would normally do. But I'm going to keep it the other way. So let me fix that. And there's Thor. Keep in mind the original Avengers, Cap, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, and Black Widow are all the 2012 original Avengers versions of them. Speaking of Hulk, here he is. Now, it's got a couple studs on the back for you to like have someone jump on him. I had one of the Chitaris on him in the tower earlier. You can take the hair off, and the head can turn. You can also take the head off, but I will mention that because the hair is removable, it's also really, really loose. Here is Hawkeye in his 2012 costume. Let me avoid dropping the bow. There he is. Here's his back. You got a quiver on him. This is the hair piece that they introduced in the Marvel CMF. But the face is not, and I don't know why. You could have just made that same face with, like, I know in that he had the, like, there was a band-aid over his eye. He was a bit beaten up on one of the faces, but on one of them he wasn't. They could have used the same head. It actually looks like the actor, Jeremy Renner. And this face just doesn't. It's generic as all heck. Yeah, there is 2012 Hawkeye. I also like that he has a single red glove. Very Roman Reigns of him. But it's also to do with his bow. That's the finger, or the hands he would normally, the hand he would normally use for the string. And there is such a thing as wrecking the string across your fingers. It hurts. So he would use that as a precautionary measure. And there is 2012 Black Widow, complete with the 2012 hairpiece for her. I don't normally like that hair. I would also like to mention that Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Falcon all use the same leg print. Kind of a weird gun there for Natasha. She's got some more imprinting on the, or for the wrist gauntlets. The Widow's Bite things. And here, and here we have Rhodey. That is the same. Excuse me. I thought that might have helped. It has the same setup as the Iron Patriot figure with just the simple lightsaber handle using or making the shoulder cannon. Obviously you can flip the faceplate up. I did not show this with Iron Man, so I will show it with Rhodey. Oh, it actually goes up a lot farther than the old ones. Ooh. I keep dropping people today. And there is Rhodey. Not the best looking figure of War Machine. I am constantly going to be using the Iron Patriot. So anything you see me do with Legos, if I have War Machine, it's going to be the Iron Patriot costume. Here is Falcon. One of my favorites. Also has the same legs there. The hairpiece is from the CMF series. Also would work great on Blade, which I think I'm going to take this piece and use it for Blade. There's the back. You can see Red Wing attached. Right here, the little triangle piece. The stickers really make this wingsuit pop, I gotta say. And the one time I'm actually going to take something off, I'm going to take his wings off to show you the back of him. Sorry for the disturbing imagery. Kind of looks like his wing pack is retracted there. That is a cool print that I've been wanting them to do for a while. That way it would look right if you took his wings off. Also, got to note they used a somewhat new piece for the winglets on the end. I am wondering if that's part of their plan to hopefully make those hinges stronger, because those pieces snap a lot. And I guess we're gonna pretend her in-game suit is her Age of Ultron suit. How much would it have cost them to print a new torso? Like the waist cape though, give her a 360 spin. Got the old She-Hulk hair. It's also cool that they gave her a block to stand on to make her look like she's hovering. I assume it's red. Yeah, 2015 or supposedly Scarlet Witch. Now here is one of the goats of the set. Vision. If you notice by looking at his legs and part of the cape, he is mid-phase. He also gets the same clear piece at the bottom to make it look like he's flying. I absolutely love this figure. Until now, I have not had a regular Vision. I had the white one from the CMF series. He has now been retired to my spare figures box. He has been replaced. Here, for some unexplicable reason, is Wong. It's the same figure from the Sanctum Sanctorum modular from a couple years back. There's the back of him. Again, if you had to include a magic character, should have been Doctor Strange. He was actually an Avenger, but neither of them were at the tower at all. Still, I guess the ancient one would have made some sense as far as the battle in New York, because you do see her fighting in that battle in game. He comes with these discs for magic bits. He also comes with a hot dog for some reason. I don't understand that. But yeah, this infuriated me on a lot of levels. This could have been Ant-Man. This could have been Quicksilver. This could have been Spider-Man. Admittedly, though, I do have a bunch of Spider-Mans already. Would have been better than Wong. Could have been Maria Hill. Could have been Happy Hogan, which we desperately needed a better one. And it would have made sense for him to be at the tower. Who else? It could have been a couple Iron Legion soldiers that we did not get, although admittedly they did release a battle pack just recently, because it came out in August. The second of 3 goats in this set, Wasp. We've been waiting for her to use the Ant-Man style helmet for 6 years. Last Wasp we got in 2018 was not great, and the wings didn't look great. Here's the back. They did not give her the energy pieces that I have in her hands right now. I had to give her those. I will. That is the one knock against this figure, but yeah, it's Wasp. I love it. Here is Loki, who for some reason is carrying a Naginata, which is Hotaro's weapon from Mortal Kombat. But I finally have the classic horn helmet, green suited, caped Loki. There's the cape. There's the back. Because my finger's in the way. There you go. I've been wanting a good Loki for a while now, and I finally have one. I would also like to mention that you get a hairpiece for him, and the other face has a muzzle on him to shut him up. I love that face. So if you put the hairpiece on, take the cape off, and take the helmet off, and flip the face around, and put the handcuffs on him that another figure comes with, you have the completed look. And here is probably the best Chitauri soldier we've ever gotten. Good looking figure. They come with 4 of them. I'm only going to show you one because it's the same figure. And it's a good amount. 1 or 2 to pilot the chariots, 1 for Hulk to smash, and 1 to chase Hawkeye. So, perfect. There's the gun that they use. Pretty cool brick built gun. And here is the final goat of the set. Ultron Mark 1. Also note he did not have this neck piece on. I put that on so I could differentiate him from the Iron Skull figure, because to me they look the same, because he also has this setup of accessories. There's him from the back. A lot of really nice wiring detail on him. I like the face is kind of smudged. It was a Iron Legion bot that he takes over to become the Mark 1 suit. And here we have Nick Fury. Nothing much to say. He needed to be here. He was literally the glue that held the team together. He's the reason they exist in the MCU. He also comes with a walkie-talkie. All you saw there was the gun, but I took the walkie-talkie out of his hand so you could see him better. There's him fully accessorized. Here is a shield agent. Let me flip up the visor. There you go. There's the back of him. I like the gun they use. The set comes with 2 of them. Nice to get a few. And then you have this guy. Tony Stark, disguised as a shield agent like he was in Endgame. Notice he's carrying the briefcase, which housed the Tesseract until Hulk hits him with the elevator door and he drops it. Which is why back in the tower, the Tesseract was on the floor. Alexander Pierce. That's kind of all I gotta say about him. Not much of a figure. Here we have Tony Stark. I like that it's kind of, or what he's wearing is kind of a Lego-ized version of the Black Sabbath t-shirt. I've wanted this figure for a while. Now I have him. He also comes with a neck bracket, so you can have him falling outside the tower where the Mark 7 suit is flying to catch up with him. Here we have Pepper Potts in her Iron Man 1 outfit. And then the pad she's holding shows that she's getting a call, and it also shows an image of a cheeseburger, which is what Tony wanted when he got back from the cave where he becomes Iron Man. Here we have, I want to take it out of his hand. Here we have Eric Selvig. Another character I wish they would have made in like a Thor set, because I just want more Thor sets in general. We have very few characters from that corner of the Marvel world. They used Luthen's face from Star Wars, the Andor show. And that actually makes sense because they are played by the same guy, Stellan Skarsgård. He comes with this little laptop accessory here. I like that the keyboard is actually detailed. Usually they use a sticker for that. That's cool. He also deserves to be here. He has a spot on the tower for him, right next to his little machine that he makes to use the portal, or to summon the portal when he was possessed by Loki. Here is Helen Cho, the lady that works on Hawkeye in Age of Ultron. There's the back. Notice she does have a needle. Pretty sure she's also using the same face for Pepper Potts. And the figure that annoys me the most is a figure that is not even a Marvel character. They made a Kevin Feige figure. I do like the Avengers, the A cap, That's like the one part of him that I do like. I will maybe use that sometime later down the line. Kind of like, I like the coffee cup with the X on it that Beast comes with in the Marvel collectible series. And Kevin Feige here comes with a coffee cup. I show him. Hold on. Never find that again. Oh, there it is. Comes with a coffee cup there and a shawarma piece, which I love the reference. But seriously though, why Kevin Feige? Again, this could have been so many other characters that I listed earlier when I was talking about Wong. I think they also count Dummy as a figure, which is why on the box it says 31, which I showed him in the tower earlier, so we won't show him here. Still though, why Feige? Why? Okay, I get it. If they were going to do it to begin with, this is the set to do it in. Because we never got away with a Stan Lee figure. That I could have accepted as the true god of Marvel. But doesn't mean I'm happy about this. Kind of sad to end the figures on a sour note, because overall this is a really good figures list, although there is some head scratchers. I would have liked to sacrifice a couple of the Chitauri for a couple of Iron Legion soldiers, but you'll get a couple of, or at least one of them in the battle pack, along with an Iron Man for some reason. But my final thoughts on the tower, Guild Lord, that's expensive. A lot of parts. It took, like, I bought this thing back in July, and even though we took a lot of time in between, we just built this last night, finished it last night, and last night was the start of August. So yeah, combining everything, this probably took us about 15 to 20 hours to build, and that's guesstimating. Anything else I need to say? Yeah, I think that's it. This is the biggest Marvel set that exists. If they top themselves, I don't know what they're gonna make. My one complaint is, instead of restricting themselves to the MCU as a whole, I wish they had just gone full crazy and just went with comic book characters and references. We could have gotten a lot of cool figures that we never had before. Instead, we got all Avengers we've already had. There were a few new characters, like Selvig, Helen Cho, Kevin Feige, obviously. And some of the repeat characters, like Ultron, that was new. Vision was a new character, new figure, not a new character. But it would have just been nice to get some crazy comic book characters along with it. I wish they hadn't just restricted themselves to the movies. But nevertheless, I love this set. And I am definitely glad I spent the $500. To me, it was worth it, even though I severely ticked off my mom. That's a bonus. Thanks for watching, and peace out.